Okay, gentlemen, welcome back to Spartan Overwatch Hobbies and Games run through of Mass Effect Legendary Edition and the original Mass Effect run through of the game. Now, previously we did the Gemini Sigma cluster and the Artemis Tau. Now we're looking at, well, let's just have a look, shall we? Okay, now what did we do there? Just give me a second while oh, that's right, yes, we completed the hostile takeover of that mission on that planet. Now, it's been a while since I've actually done this because my computer had gone down for a bit, so there's a bit of a delay there. I'm just going through a quick Alright, yes, we want to go into the Hades Gamma cluster. That's where we want to go. So, just give me a second, I'm just pulling up my own records here from what I've got. So, we've just finished that one. I'm going to do a quick check through just to make sure we've not missed anything here. I do apologise if this seems like we're just doubling up, but it has been over a month since I've gone through this one with us, so let's just double check to make sure we've got everything all crossed off. And I think I just saw something floating around the star cluster here. Okay, no. Alright, so that was Gemini Sigma's Han, and of course we've done Ming. Going to the Hades Gamma. Let's go across into the Antares system within the Hades Gamma cluster. Now, I do hope you all enjoyed going through. I do appreciate any comments, likes, subscribes you might offer, even if you're saying just a simple comment saying this should be, I should have had a look at this, or should have chosen that. Your opinions do count, and I do appreciate them. Okay, so as you can see here, we're just going through scanning. I don't think there's anything in this system here that we can need to work with, but you never know. Hello, what have we got here? Treeban. So let's have a look. Okay, this one looks like it's going to be one of the ones where, from when we're in the lift, it was talking about the Exogeny research facility, the missing survey team. Let's get this one out of the way. Alright, now let's go with... let's get Tully... Burton. This gives us a pretty much well-balanced squad. So let's just see where we go. Let's fly this off. Okay, so let's have a look. Alright, so what we're looking at here, we've got a research base, so that's what we want to have a look at. In fact, I might have a look at these debris first. So let's put a marker down, and we'll head on over. Oh! Probably not a good thing to fire the thrusters just as I'm leaving the hill, just to get to the top of it. Sometimes some of these areas, oh, like, what's that? Looks like I've been reading quite a bit of wiki and fiction, particularly about, there we go, that's what I'm after there. It's plutonium deposits, which is good. I've been reading quite a few stories, backgrounds about people's run through with their Shepards, or even what they suspect, things like the backstories, events like that. Quite a few interesting ones. Always complaining about the Mako driving. It seems to be a common thing. Even playing with the Mass Effect Andromeda, they didn't fix that up with the Nomad. Although they, well, hello, we've got contact up here. I wonder what it is. Let's go up this way. Oh, didn't want to exit. Let's get back into the... I think I got everyone. Cool! Nice clean sweep there. It really doesn't look like we injured the Mako at all. Now let's have a look. It's getting a bit... it's just going to be a little clustery. Okay, see if I can time this. No, didn't time that right. So that'll be better. We bypass fail. Okay, let's try this again. Sometimes you don't succeed the first time, try it again. As long as you've got enough Omni Gel there to work with, you should be fine. And there we go, go. Alright, so let's have a look. Oh, we've got a storm there. Okay. That was the shotgun. But not. Storm's free. We've got a tally. Tornado. So it looks like, oh no, I hadn't had his, looks like been fixed up Rex there. So I was going to have a quick look through, just so I can refresh my memory of what I've got. Okay, so we're fixing arm. No, I'm not putting Phoenix armor on her. My Shepard. Let's keep with the Scorpion. Tally's having fun there. Okay. So we've got another anomaly up here. So let's go have a look at that. But as I was saying, yeah, the Nomad, when they worked on the Mass Effect Andromeda, even though a lot of people have been bagging it, I personally didn't have much against it. They did do what they could. There were a few instances where the hardware they were working with just didn't quite match up, or some of the artists apparently working at the studio just didn't complete the job properly, particularly some of the animators I found. It's also happening with a lot of the EA games. Oh hello, what have we got here? We've got a mass cluster here. This is interesting. This beacon is what I'm looking at. Transmitter tower. Let's just back up a little bit. Okay, so we've got something that was just the disrupting all the satellites. As you can see, there's crashing quite a few there. I wonder if this is Cerberus. Alright. Let's go have a look at the research base now. Back up to that. that's just my poor driving there, guys. Not any glitching on it, it's just the way I decided to go about that. Go about that there, so it's not anything there on the designers, but yeah, a lot of the games in EA these days, some of the artists, like the original Mass Effect, had pretty good astronomy animators there working on them. A lot of the works now coming across from some of the projects coming there, it's like some of the key elements, the key artists they've either moved on to other studios, or they're just not putting the full effort in. Now, some industries I can see that happening. Hello, what's this? Let's go have a look at what's over here, shall we? Right out by the outpost here, so let's go have a look. Okay, here we go, we've got a mine. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. I have a suspicion what this is. Let's go back to the research camp, because I think we do come over there. From memory, from when I played this in the original rendition of it.
It's deserted. On my way.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Uh-oh.
Could be answers at the excavation site.
It could be answers, or it could be Reapers. Could even be Saren. But we won't know until we check every site out. Now, I'm just going to run around, simply because some of the cases there don't show up unless you're actually outside the Mako. So this is Grizzly, one of the original System Alliance transports. Mako replaced them, at least according to lore and some of the others. Now, they were... One thing I do appreciate though in Mass Effect 2 with the DCL, the Firestorm DCL, was bringing in at least something there, the vehicle, because before it was just no real vehicles in Mass Effect 2 until they brought the Firestorm in. Okay, alright, so it looks like it's that. So let's go have a look around the back of these habitat modules. Before we head into the Mako and then get back into it. Now, the excavation site, which... You can see we've got the excavation site here, but I want to have a look at this over here. I think we've got some interesting things down there, so let's go have a look. Now, for those of you that are playing this through with me, or waiting to see what planets I've done and how I've done it, just be advised, I do have an open screen next to me with a lot of the wikis. Some showing some maps, some showing some content or points of interest that even I didn't come across when I originally played the game. Now, I'm only just infrequently glancing at them. Usually when I got the map up, I might be looking into... Oh, hello! Overheat. Just find another spot to shoot from. got it. I don't think I got it. Game Cerberus putting a Thresher Mold. Okay, there's something there. Let's have a look. Go regional bridge riding here. Yeah. Thresher Moors are not something you want to take on outside of a Mako if you can help it.
I'm on my way.
Like even in Mass Effect 2, they make light of it, but yeah, they're you really don't want to get involved in a fight with them unless you absolutely have to, guys. Alright, so that's the excavation site there, so let's go, let's have a look there. But I'm gonna run along up here. I think there was something from memory. Because I'm coming up on any of the wikis I've got, or any of the, even the old style help book, which I've got. But from memory, I think there is something up here. Can't remember what it was though. Yeah, with the vehicles here in the Mass Effect, you really, Mass Effect 1 introduced you to the Mako, which is what we've got here. Mass Effect 2 with the DCL there, oh hello, there it is, it's a reset foot or something like that. With Mass Effect 2 you get the one that came with Project Firestorm. Mass Effect 3 again had the Firestorm, but it also had the Kodiak. Uranium, don't want to get too close to that one. Let's get it done and get out of there. And with Andromeda, you had the Nomad. Now, really the... Okay guys, that's just my shoddy driving there. No complaining about that, but with Mass Effect Andromeda, the only complaint I really had with that was the fact that the vehicle, you had to get out every time if you wanted to fight. It was basically just a rundown civilian version of the Mako. I can understand maybe, yeah, the Pathfinders are more exploration guys. But come on, just a single Mako would have been good.
Heading to position.
Alright, so let's have a look. Just going to make sure these guys have got tally with the assault rifle. She's got a shotgun. Alright, so let's have a look here. I'm not sure what we're going to encounter here.
Let's get moving.
Alright, so I only got 2 grenades to work with, 7 gel. Okay, that's good. In the original one, this pillar here was actually looked like it was fully mapped in. It wasn't actually a separate pillar. True piece. Now they've got that, so that does look pretty good there.
Hostile contact.
Oh great, husks.
Rally round. Some alien technology that turned them into mindless fanatics.
Whatever they found, it's long gone now.
I've cleared up a lot of the terrain pieces here. This one used to be a cluster. It just really made it hard to move around, hard to see what's going on. I've certainly cleaned up the terrain map on this one. Oh, don't want to shoot that just while I'm standing there. Okay, what the hell's that? Yeah, this thing looks kind of like looks like something Reaper tech. Just trying not to get too close to it. I'm just running around seeing what we've got here. If there's any other crates. I'm more of a guys, you know, doing some studying while I was waiting for the computer to come back up. I was just having a look at some of the game development courses. They actually broke down the types of gamers. You got your open world explorers, which are ones that'll go out, they'll go do everything, find everything possible. Then you've got your competitives, or what I call the competitives. Those that go for the leaderboards, score sheets. You mainly found them playing your first-person shooters, just Call of Duty, something like that. Oh, hello. That don't look good. Server turns out converted by cybernetic cards by devices similar to those used by Geth on the Empire, how they can be buried on a frontier world. So far from Geth territory is a mystery. Alright. Now let's go have a look at what's going to do.
Negative contacts, Commander.
But yeah, a lot of what we're seeing here, well sorry, as I was talking about the various style of gamers. Now there's completionists, which will go through, they'll go through and look for every solution, every possible means. They want to make sure they get every trophy. Okay, now that's more of some of the styles I play. This was going to be an interesting fix through. Got it. There's also your explorers, which will go out and find things, your leaderboard shooters, and there is one other one, I can't remember what it was deemed as, but they're the ones that will go through. They'll go more like your socializers, they're your multiplayer players. They'll go through, they'll look for all the work with teammates, try and get it all sorted out. Now, let's just get back to the Normandy and we'll have finished off this little mission. Now I do apologise guys if I've been rambling through this one so far, but it is solely just so that we're filling up a bit of dead air space talking. You know, one thing I'll do once we get up to the exit here, before we exit, I'll actually do a squad check to make sure we don't have any level ups that I have missed. But I suspect we do actually have a level up place. Now look, this is pretty good on the waterway there. Ripple effect's pretty good. Now I'm just here, so let's go have a look at the squad. Oh yes, we do have a squad up. Intimidate, I can't do anything on this one. Spectre training got max, Vanguard's maxed. Okay, warp. Shield throw. takes out to advanced warp. Okay, so basically we're going to do more damage with the warp. So look at Rex. Let's take him out to advanced carnage, which is good for a pushback line. Fitness. Let's take him to advanced warp as well. Let's get his barrier up as well. Combat armor, definitely need to take that one up. I'll put it up as well to the advanced shield boost. Let's look at tally. Hacking on, this is the one I want to get up. Advanced hacking's pretty good. Shotgun, I've got carnage. We'll take that up to advanced pistol. She's not going to be using basic armor. Okay, she's just getting an upgrade on the armor. Dampening, I don't find that it's very useful. So, later on. Okay. Okay, so basically now we're looking at so we've got basically 1, 2, 3, 4 more systems here. Let's go have a look at those. First I'm going to finish up with the cluster here, all the systems, make sure we've got everything scanned. Jumped into that without scanning everything else. Yes, I did. Nothing there, so let's back out of that system. Well, I've only got 3 systems here. This should be further. Let's go to this one.
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live-fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems. We didn't do anything illegal here. Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our fail-safes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can't affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
Okay, that's good. So let's go back to Earth, that one. So first, I've got a couple of asteroid belts here. There's a couple of planets and yes, okay, we've got a ship as well. This one looks like it's the... okay. Oh, this one might be the biotic takeover. I'm saying it might be, but I'm solely checking it out just to make sure I've got nothing else hiding in the asteroid belts here that might be worthwhile. Hello? I didn't just doing to see if there's anything there, and where do we go? Bang, you get one. Sweep up this top one just in case I missed anything. Planet here, survey, rare elements. I think we come up close on our rare elements here, guys. So we might be finishing that one. That part of Prothean data disk. Okay, so yeah, let's have a look at this one here. Alright. I'm just going to check to see which one we've got for this assignment here. Okay, this one I do remember. In the lift there, we were talking about the chairman of the biotic subcommittee. So we don't want a pretty heavy biotic squad on this one. So we'll take Liara and Kaidan. Let's do some squad work with those two. Kaidan. Shock and first aid there. So we are now. Okay, let's go back to Kaidan. She's good to cook, she's good. Let's bring her barrier up. Barrier's pretty good once it gets to about advanced level. Overload's good. That is that there. We've got no points there for that one. As you can see, we've got a few. Ugh. Terrain doesn't look very good now. So it's been through some battles where a lot of people have been throwing around biotics. This part is entirely pistol and biotic based. This is going to be an interesting.
Intruders! Kill the hostage!
We should make haste to save the chairman.
Come on, let's move. Lift, sabotage.
Bring it on. All patched up.
See how it is? You write letters and everyone ignores you. Force is the only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish this charade?
Please, I was trying to help you people.
Let's not do anything we're all gonna regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since the chairman here decided that we didn't get reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
Think about this. Burns is the one man who can help you.
Yes, if you release me, I can take another look at the reparations request.
What? We're supposed to trust you?
I'm an L2 like you. Trust me. The commander can make sure that Burns follows through.
Sure. You promised us.
Burns will take another look, right, Burns?
Were this desperate. If I'd known, the reparations will come. For whatever it's worth, I promise that.
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me. I'll see to it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
A 5th Fleet cruiser will be by shortly to pick you and the prisoners up.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me.
Let's see if any of these guys will talk. No, okay. This time that one, okay. Got it. You see, just by looking around corners like that, sometimes the designers, the developers, and level editors are actually quite sneaky in hiding things like that. So completionists and explorers will tend to find things like that because they don't feel comfortable everywhere. Okay, got to time this one. Got it. No dialogues, okay. There might have been a broken glitch there, guys, so... Oh, incendiary explosive. Now, I tend to use that one on the grenades. There is a mission coming up. I can't remember which one it is though, but it does require the use of grenades, and a very particular mod to the grenades has got to be used for your paragons. You don't use the paragon option. If you choose another option there, you're going to suffer some significant effects later on. I've not explored that one, mainly because I've always generally done the paragon options on that mission. So it is just questionable as to what the results will be. Nothing there. Okay, looks like I've got everything around. As you can see, I am considered, well, I consider myself both an explorer and a completionist, guys, for these types of games. Yes, I did. Let's see. Okay, yeah, looks like definitely a glitch on that one. So if I remember correctly, on the original one, it did have a little bit of conversation there. Okay, so we're looking at. Give me a second. I'm just gonna have a quick look at. What's here? Or some missions.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Thank you for dealing with the hostage situation, Commander. Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully. Your assistance above and beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
Okay, so that's a pretty good one there. There. There's a few. Hackett seems to be looking at the last of the 2 crime bosses. Now someone is on that planet there. Now some probably even up to 3. Now I always like making sure that they're all accounted for. That plane I intentionally skipped over there, guys. So let's take Caden and there we go. Caden and Victor Yaris. It's going to be pretty good and interesting. I rarely mix these two up. You need to get a recall something. There was something over here somewhere, I think. I'm just going to throw a marker out over here. Just go have a look. Okay, it's not a cold hazard planet, but there we go. Good. Bring your hand away from the jump gear there. Now one thing, I was playing Mass Effect Andromeda recently. This is the reason why I got truck about there. I did think there was something out of here. But one of the achievements there, which I'm still trying to actually get on it, is maximum airtime in the AMAD. There is a planet where it is possible. Unfortunately, as yet, I have not yet been able to do it. Now, guys, once I finish the Mass Effect trilogy here, I might even just start running through a brand new Mass Effect Andromeda. Just so that everything is set. There are also, when Mass Effect 4 comes out, if and when it comes out, I might even run through some of that there as well. A lot of the speculation there, particularly with the trailers, as to what it is. Now, with Liara being, well, what people suspect to be Liara, because this thing was never actually confirmed that it is Liara in the trailer. Everyone's just assumed it's Liara. Now, even I came across that suspicion as well. I do think it is Liara, but I'm erring on the caution that it might actually be someone else. Because we do find out that Liara is one core Krogan in Mass Effect 3. and we only find out about connect. There we go. On here. Ooh, looks like there's a bit of contact there on the flag point. So let's just have a look at this, shall we? But in Mass Effect 2, when we first encountered Liara, who we suspect to be, or who many suspected to be Liara's father at the time. Let's go this way. It's actually confirmed later on. Now that is a little bit of spoiler there, guys, but I'm not going to mention who it is. This is the outpost. One sec. Let's have a look over here. What's out there? Oh yes, that is the stronghold. So I'm just going to back off. I'm going to have a look at a couple of other things around. Ooh, breeze. Okay, should have actually paid more attention to map markings there. But as I was saying, a lot of the speculation about it being Liara, being in the Mass Effect 4 trailer there. That's based off the fact that it's a lot of ground. That's why I get the wrong key. Yeah, there was talk that it is Liara, mainly because of the fact that both the Krogan and the Asari have extremely long lifespan, so it could be just something as simple as that. Okay, now that's that one. I'll just move over this way. Now I do, personally I think I think it is Liara. The one thing with the N7 helmet mark. Okay, people say it's Shepard, but here's the thing, Alex Rider from Mass Effect Andromeda was also an N7. We know that David Anderson is an N7. Okay, we know Kai Lang is an N7. Or was before he was discharged. Now these are just ones that Bioware has confirmed as one way or another. Okay. Gotta get out. Let's just do the crocodile roll in the Mako. Let's see the footprints. Sometimes I actually just click too fast to actually read what they're actually saying. Okay, that was a Syndicate hideout originally. I should have paid a little bit more attention there. As you can see, straight off there. Well, Solarian did pretty good on climbing. That's his escape pod. Let's fucking do the crocodile roll again. Okay. Go. Let's see. I guess just picked up some armor there. Just having a quick look around before I go any further. Alright, once I get up here, I'm going to do a squad check because I know the link, Dudelenko, them Dungaris. Actually, I can't see how Turians would have seen out that armor. That's some pretty good visual there. Let's take tactical armor, sniper rifle. I want to take it right up. Okay, that's what we're going to do on that one. Alright, so let's see if we've got the. Let's go to Garrus. Let's go across to the armor. Mantis. Agent. Silverback. Three. Let's go to Avenger 4 on the sniper. Let's go to pistols with Kaden. So we've got a few there to work with.
Just lead the way.
Those ones for across. Of course, it would be a another one of these cabin ones.
will destroy you. Bring it on.
Good to go. All patched up.
Okay, so that's all the crime boards taken out. Crime boards, not crime boards. Till, okay there. The word's not engaged properly. I was going to go run through see if there's any crates I should have actually opened up. I don't believe there was. There we go, there's one up there. Yeah, how did I get up there again? I think it was, there we go.
Rally round!
Sometimes it works with the
Yes, ma'am.
weapon out, sometimes it doesn't. Interesting.
I'm here if you need me.
So there we go, got some tubes here. Let's open up. Yeah, I think after this one we might be getting close to all missions that we had hiding that we've taken. Now being finished up. We might have a few others. Get there to work those two lines.
On your order.
Yes, so is that tunnel cleared? There's one other tunnel off the side here. Yes, there is. And that just goes down to a drill. Okay. No issues there. So there's any other tunnels off the side here? There are some maps where you get about 6 or 7 different tunnels. And you gotta remember which ones are which. This one looks like it's only just, yeah, that's it for those. So that's all that area covered up. See if there's any hiding boxes. No. Okay, now I know there is one more system in this cluster, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it's unlocked just yet, so it might be one of those where we require a certain level of either Paragon or Renegade points for it. Yeah, there are 2 there. There are basically 2 other systems inside this one, inside this cluster, that requires a certain level of Paragon or Renegade points for them to unlock, but only one of those 2 systems will unlock. Now of course we're going through as we're going through a Paragon run through, so we're looking at about 75% Paragon, think it is, unlocks, we come to there. So as you can see, we don't have anything here. What I might do now is take a run around the crew, and we'll just see if there's any new conversations come up.
Yes, Commander?
Okay, nothing there.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Just looking for any new codex entries.
Commander, something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything?
She's the best ship in the fleet. Balance isn't what you... The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you...
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you?
I can see where this... You won top of my class in flight school? I earned that. All those commendations...
I'm sorry, Joker.
You mean... Okay. Even put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
So we can tell Joker there hasn't had an upgrade, an update on his conversation logs there, so we haven't done anything to warrant that. So we'll look at the communications room, or the briefing room. Nothing there. Captain's quarters, nothing there.
Do you have some time to talk now, Commander?
Let's hear it, Lieutenant. I'm always open to my officers.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. We've got some tough calls to make. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
That's not the appropriate way to address your commanding officer, Lieutenant.
Sorry, ma'am. Maybe I got a bad signal. And if you're a... Maybe there's someone else you'd rather confide in. Ma'am.
Someone? You're referring to our young Prothean expert.
I think she's older than both of us put together, but yeah. There's a lower deck rumor that she's interested in you as more than a source of Prothean data. She's a very interesting lady, to my tastes, but I never claimed to be big on alien culture.
You seem awfully worried about my personal affairs.
It's just that we don't have much downtime these days. I like being around you, but I don't want to take up your personal time.
Look, there's nothing between Liara and me. What's the real issue here, Kaidan?
You're right. Sorry. It wasn't, Liara's not my main concern. I'm not questioning any decision you've made, Shepard. Let me be clear about that. It's just my experience that once someone lets something slide, it tends to pick up speed. You get my meaning?
Talk to me, Kaidan. You got a little black cloud sitting over.
I'll try to keep the deck dry. You know training out on Jump Zero? They're all classified because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
I'm sure Kinetics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. To introduce himself, he liked to say, "I was at the helm of the dreadnought that killed your father." Well, I told him my dad wasn't in the war. He'd retired to Vancouver. My family had an inland home that matured to New Beachfront. Vernus had it in for me after that. He cut corners, pushed hard. I mean, you either came out a Superman or a wreck. A lot of kids snapped. A few died. The point of all this, I guess, is that when you cut corners, it's not always obvious who pays for it.
So why are you telling me this? Is there something I can do to help you get over it?
I'm 32, Shepard. You don't serve as long as I have without coming to terms with yourself. You also learn that if someone is special to you, you help them. Try to keep them from making mistakes.
So you think you have leave to talk like we're more than officers?
I got some signals. Maybe some static too, I guess. If I'm out of line, just say the word.
Now isn't the ideal time. But I want to talk about this, Kaidan.
I get you, Shepard. I don't make a habit of complicating the chain of command. Just think about what I said.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. She seems nice enough. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Any intentions there,
None,
Luke?
Commander. I prefer...
We'll talk later.
I'd like that.
Okay, so there we just learned a little bit about the first stages of human biotic research and development, and about the Canadics. It was probably not doing everything by the book there. So, and we learned that Kaidan, good feelings. You know, I tend to, up until the point I'll play both sides here, so you can fully understand.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time, and Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
Why me?
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what happened on Akuz. The fact that you survived shows a remarkable strength.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me, or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Lieutenant Alenko.
Alright guys, here's one where I've actually never encountered before. I might actually take this option here and have a look, guys. Now, it's not something I've done before.
You want a relationship with me? Even though we're both women?
We Asari are monogendered, Commander. Male and female do not have any real meaning for us. We do, however, have maternal instincts, so perhaps we would fill what you consider a female role. I'm sorry if this is awkward for you, Shepard. I am only trying to be honest. I feel as if we share some type of connection. But none of this matters if you are already involved in a serious relationship with Lieutenant Alenko.
The Lieutenant and I are just friends. Nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
No, you were right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
These things never make sense. They just happen and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking for a protector. This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
I should go.
Goodbye.
Okay, let's level up on that one. Yeah, I think we just learned a little bit about, a little bit more about the Asari culture there. But we'll have a look at that when I do the video for the codec and journal entries for this cluster. That may have been a long day. So let's go do some equipment checks, and then we'll do Ashley, Rex, Tali, Adams, and work our way through. She's got less of 5 armor. Phoenix, medium. Okay, it drops down there. Probably not the best thing. It's got detail here. Yes, medium. Not really much there. Assault rifle. Okay. Let's have a look here. Combat sensors 1. Any personnel round 3. Do I have? Oh, there we go. The shredder rounds 5s. Give it the shredder round. Cadence. This pistol. Hammerhead 3. Cryo rounds. Okay, so secondary heat sinks. Okay, not much there. Don't have Omni tool there. Okay, not really much there. Light armor, Scorpion, Hydra. Gladiator. As you can see, I am looking to see which ones work better for each character there. So we've got Garrus, we have the Sniper Rifles, let's have a look at that. We've got Avenger 4. Oh well, here we go. I can say 160, not bad. 3 shots, yeah, okay. Accuracy 61, yes, okay. Let's give him this one. Now let's have a look at the modification. Shredder 4. Lasix 3. Oh, that's what he's currently got. Photon 4. Let's give him that one. On caliber 3, okay, nothing there. No Omni tools. nothing there, Silverback's the better one there. Okay, let's have a look at Rex. What do we got? Rex was a shotgun. He's got Storm 3. Okay, Hurricane, no. Firestorm. Yes, let's give him that one. Okay, shred of this. Not much there. Recoil dampener. Okay, that's fine. Armor. Phoenix. There we go. Ugh. Okay, that'd probably be a good one for things. So we got Motor's joint 2. Okay. Tally, getting Tornado 4. Alright, Katana. Weapons, Shredder 4. Sig 2. Back. Omnitor, nothing there. No armor. And Liara. Pistol, Stinger 4. Nothing there, Omnitor. We got a Scorpion 4, okay. Alright, so basically it looks like all the equipment now can be sold. Let's look at Rex. No, we're going to go to Ashley.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the Lieutenant, Chief?
No, ma'am. And anyway, Scuttlebutt says he's already sweet on someone. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Good old Tennyson.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. It says so in the Alliance Charter, only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Not everyone's as close to their family as you.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny, I never really thought about that before. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Okay, so we learned a little bit there about Ashley's family. Now there is actually more of a backstory to Ashley's family, why her father never actually made it beyond Serviceman Class 3, but that it comes up later on.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I told Jared to shut up, to stop his rant. We didn't have the numbers. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. Follows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
So long, Rex.
Okay, now that one is Rex's loyalty mission in Mass Effect 1. Now we're going to quickly... No, we'll go down and see Tali. I think we'll find out about the pilgrimage a little bit more down here. I wonder if Adams will talk to us more. And then you... Codexes.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of... Before... People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same. He was pretty strict, a military man through and through. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. Dealing with the grief.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant.
Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it. Not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
Okay, so there we go. We just learned about Tully's pilgrimage. Now, there is one mission. I think Hackett sends us on that allows us to do that. Let's go through.
Looking for supplies?
Here we go. Didn't want to go there. Want to go there.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Okay. Here we go. Sell. Now, I don't have anything marked as junk, so I'm just going to completely wipe out the basically what I've got here. Okay, grenades I'll keep. Biocams they can go. Okay. Let's look at the buys. Here we go. What's this? The assault rifle. Okay. Pistol. Yes. Okay, now the Spectre level weapons are actually quite high. Heavy arming 4. Assault pistol. Okay. Now as you saw there, I actually kept the grenades. Yes. Now as you can see, we've got a 3 here because this is a grade 7 armor. So let's have a look. Let's just go here. Nothing in the mods. Oh, phasic round ones. I should have actually kept a phasic. Okay, let's go to grenades. Explosives 4. Okay, fusions 30. 7. Okay, so I can go back to.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Let's go sell. I can sell all these now. Oh, actually, I'll keep the pistol there. Oop.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Okay. Switch across to buyback. Upgrade. Okay. Alright, obviously we've made a mistake. Maybe because I didn't think things through and got rid of all the weapon upgrades. So basically we're done there. But now we've got one of the first Spectre weapons, so.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with C-Sec a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the Psychos. I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught on my first job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Salarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop it.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
It's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Okay, so basically now we have got everyone's quest for loyalty except for Liara's and Kaidan and Williams. So basically that's where we'll wrap it up as soon as I get back into the main, up to CNC and the galaxy map there. So I hope everyone did enjoy that. Run through the Hades Gamma cluster. What we're probably looking at next, just to give you an idea. Sorry about the running into a wall there, guys. Just having to look at, so we can have a look at another list here. We might have a look at the Exodus cluster, Anakin Beta, or the Voyager cluster. So let's just have a quick look at the galaxy map, and we'll have a look from there. Now we're in cancel. Just pull back again. Okay, we've got Voyager cluster here. Argus row, no. Axis, Citadel, local cluster. Now this one here's got Earth, so we could even do that one there. Exodus cluster. Okay, so we've done Gemini, so we're not going to go to there. We've done Artemis Tau, so we're not going to go there. We've got Anakin Beta. Sorry, words are not engaging properly today, guys. Which has got the Pharos in there, which is alright. We've got the Exodus cluster here, which has the Asteroid X57 mission on it. Now that is the what's it? I can't remember what the DCL name was for it, guys, but that's the DCL for it. Now the other one was Pinnacle Station. Now I did find out that they could not bring that into the Legendary Edition because the original developers for it had gone and they didn't have the original coding, so they couldn't actually properly incorporate it. So we're here, so we might actually do Voyager cluster as our next go off. I'm just going to have a quick look and see what systems we've got in there, so I can get an idea. That's what we got. Okay, well, so we've basically got what, 2, 3. Let's just see if there's any. Okay. What I'm doing, guys, I'm just having a look at our wiki page. Just having a look to see if there's any. Just solely looking at what clusters have got what missions in them. Oh, there it is. Bring down the sky. That's the mission. That's the DCL. So I'm not going to do that one. No. Don't want to go there. Go there. Go again. Okay, Voyager. Access. Complete. Okay. See what the next stage of the hostile takeover mission is. So, bypass, and the Horsehead Nebula. Okay, so what we're looking at is over here, Nova area. Okay. So what we'll do Voyager, do local cluster, okay, Exodus, okay, so we've got Voyager, go across to Exodus, do local, do Exodus, then head back to the Citadel. So that's roughly what we're looking at, guys, for the next few ones. Now when I do local, I'll go from local to Citadel, so that will be one video there. We'll do Voyager, we'll do Exodus, we'll do local cluster and Citadel at that stage. So guys, I do hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one.